All right, y'all, there it is. This is Ego's brand new 22-inch cast aluminum deck. Now, take this for what it's worth. This video is sponsored. Ego is a sponsor of the Lawn Care Nut channel, but as you guys know, I am someone who loves to enjoy the mow. It is the ultimate reason that I get into lawn care is to enjoy the mow. And I was really excited when they came out with this mower for one big reason. Let me show you. Now, I'm just gonna say, today's gonna be an old school mower review. You can see I don't have my professional camera guy here or nothing. I'm just vlogging this. I'm literally, after I do a couple things here, I'm gonna take this out there and I'm gonna throw it on the old St. Aug over by there and I'm gonna show you exactly what I think about it or tell you in real time. But the reason I was super excited about this is the Ego platform that all of you are used to. And in fact, I did an Ego review in conjunction with Home Depot. I don't know how many years ago it was. I'll show you. I'll show some clips. Hey guys, Alan Hain here, the Lawn Care Nut, and today I've got a product review. I would say it does perform very much similar. Even though it is an electric mower, it powers through. His does look good mowed low, but that's because he trains it that way. That was like one of their first models, and this design, this look, has been the same ever since. This is completely different. It's not just that this is the old whatever technologically cool plastic. This is cast aluminum, which is cool and gives us a lot of weight. But the other thing is the deck is completely different. This is more of a traditional look on a deck shape as far as that goes, whereas this is more trying to be funky, fresh, and cool, and it does. It gives Ego a look that stands out, but there's one challenge that we have. And the challenge is that with these mowers, the cut quality, I'll say it's acceptable, it gets the job done, but it isn't superior. And that was always my biggest challenge with this. So what we would do, or what I learned by reading Reddit posts mostly, is that when you take these mowers, the first thing you do to improve cut quality is you put the bagging blade on there, which gives it higher lift or better suction, which does help with cut quality. And then the other thing some people do, I never did, is they'll put weights on the front here. And that's where I talk about the weight. This bad dog, just me doing the one-arm curl there versus here, I mean, a lot more front displacement weight. Overall, I'll put up the different weights too to show you. And so I already think that weight right there is going to improve cut quality, as well as the fact that they're at more of a traditional deck design. Now, one other thing I will point out, and then we're gonna get to the enjoying the mow. 21 inch here, and this one is 22 inches. And just like in relationships, in lawns, that extra inch, it can make a big difference. One other thing I did want to point out, just real quick, because this is, I know this is not a comparison video, but I guess it always turns into that. But look at the difference in the wheel sizes here. So we got bigs, littles. Can you tell the difference there, right? And that's pretty normal on mowers, you know, higher rear wheel. But this, two bigs. See that? Both the same size. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to make a difference in cut quality or not. I really think it's going to be the traditional depth and shape and rake of that deck. Even though, I don't know, some of this I think is just for show and not actually for go. But all right, let's get to it. Now, you guys have been around for a while. You know, I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and go over all the specs of this. I'll put some in that matter for this review, but I mean, you could read their website to find out that kind of stuff. It did come with a 10 amp hour battery, which should give it 70 minutes of runtime. It only takes me, for the sections we're doing today, I don't know, 35 minutes. So we're not gonna get into that, but I'm really more just concerned about this cut quality. That's the biggest thing. So with that, I gotta do edging and blowing first because I'm not a total savage. So I'm gonna get that done first, and then I'll get out and enjoy the mow and let you guys know what I think. I had to pause again, sorry. One of the most important things you gotta do is adjust your height. Now I'm already there. Look at this. This is really cool. This is very beefy, metally. So now, difference here that could be something y'all like. This mower has adjustment in one spot for the front wheels. I had to take it off that cinematic mode. So this you can adjust right there, front two wheels, and then a separate adjustment for the back two wheels. Whereas these older ones, it's only one adjustment, right, for the whole mower. See that? So that adjusts all the wheels together, which is kind of cool. But I've had folks over the years tell me they like to do a rake in their cut, where they'll put this front wheels one notch lower than the rear wheels, and they do like a rake cut. Now I've tried it, and I've had mixed results with that, but that's something that's now in play if you're somebody that likes to do that rake cut. I'm not doing that. I'm putting it on the highest setting, which is 4 inches. That's the max setting for this mower. We're going to see how it does. Now my St. Aug is not overgrown. It is right at the point where it's ready to be cut. Let's take a look at that, I guess. Trust me, y'all, I want to get to the mowing too, but I also like laying in my lawn. Wow, this palmetto is soft. So, okay, so you can see, we're definitely not overgrown. We're right at the time where we need to grow. Now I'm mowing once a week here in Florida. Today's beautiful, 70 and sunny. It's why people come here in the winter. So I'm not overgrown and it's not overly thick. So this will be a good test for it. But obviously we're gonna have to test it again in the middle of summer when this stuff really rages and this St. Aug gets really thick and juicy. But this will be a good test of a lawn that's just in need of a regular cut, not overgrown. Okay, so at 4 inches, it's not taking that much off. So, which is good. That means, I mean, that's really good. So that means I have room to go down. And this is St. Augustine grass. It's always mowed at the tallest setting. So you can see it's barely taking anything off. You know, and this is part of learning new equipment. Just because this one says it cuts at 4 inches and another mower says it cuts at 4 inches, they're probably not gonna cut at the exact same height because they sit down in the lawn differently. Man, that grass looks good. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and mow all the palmetto and just enjoy this, and then I'll pick it up over there because I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me talking anyway. Okay, future Alan here. While you're watching me mow the palmetto over there, let me talk to you a little bit about it. So the first thing I care about with this is how enjoyable is the mow. You guys know I talk about 2 types of mow. There's the active mow where you have to be up on the mower, you have to be in charge, you have to be in control and moving it around and directing it. And then there's the leisurely mow, which is where you can kind of chill and just enjoy it. And I'm gonna say that this mower, because of the different speeds that you're able to get it to, what they call touch drive, you can do a leisurely mow where you're just chilling, and that weight on there is nice. The weight of the mower itself actually helps to pull you along, which makes for a little bit leisurely, more of a leisurely feel. And the stance, nice and wide and fat and sitting low. And again, the weight holds the mower down. So excellent leisurely mow. Now, if you want to turn it up and go, the actual top speed is 3.1 miles per hour, which you guys know, I've always said that's putting some ass into it. That's the same walk speed we do when we're spraying and spreading. So that's kind of an interesting thing. So you can do an active mow. And again, I'm really glad they went with the touch drive for this, which is kind of their proven system. It's just a button you push to go self-propelled, much better than some of the other, things they've done. So really like that, and I'm gonna give this the highest marks as far as just enjoying the mow. This mower definitely is enjoyable to use. Okay, so that was very enjoyable, but it only took off like a ½ inch over there. I mean, I'll show you, it looks good, but it wasn't enough for a real test. So we're gonna do the floor tam on this side here. Let's go ahead and take this down. We're gonna go to setting 6, which is 3 inches. Now I normally mow my floor tam over 4 inches, so this is much lower than it's used to going, but at least this will give us a better look at how this thing cuts when it's taken off a bigger bite. So let's do that next. Okay, let's stop and take a quick look at the cut quality. Now we're definitely taking off more here. Can you see that? We're definitely taking off a good 1.5 inches. So it's a good test. And this grass is not used to being mowed this low, but it's still maintaining its enjoyable mow. It's ripping through. It's not having any problems. Look at that disease spot right there. So I've been mowing this on the normal mode. So we'll do some boost in a minute, but let's look at first just normal mode. And by the way, I have on here, I figure I'll show you now. Mine came with 2 blades. It came with a mulching blade already attached. These blades, by the way, they come razor sharp, and this is the mulching blade that's on here. There is a blade that came with it that is a bagging blade that's a higher lift blade, but we're gonna look at the cut quality with the mulching blade, because this is typically how I go, is I mulch, 99% of the time. So let's take a look. So that right there, that's as good as any other mower I've ever had. Now there's obviously gonna be a few little pieces here and there that get missed, and that's because number one, we're mowing this grass lower than what it normally gets mowed. And number two, there's always gonna be some stragglers. I've almost always double cut. So I will tell you that this mower now, this is cutting much better than the last Ego I had. There's no doubt about that. And it's also cutting as good as pretty much any other mower I've ever had. So it's doing really well. I'm very happy with that. But let's go ahead now and let's turn up the blade speed and let's see if it does even better or any different. By the way, real quick, let me let you hear the difference in the blade speeds. Okay, now we're not even gonna try the Eco because there's nothing Eco about me. I'm all about that turbo boost, you know what I mean? So. All right, you're not gonna be able to tell on the camera. This is the higher blade speed. That's the lower blade speed. This definitely looks flatter from up here. It looks better. One thing I did notice with the higher blade speed though, is it does tend to kick out some clippings. Now that's not enough to cause a bad clump, and actually that half hasn't been mowed, so when I come back the next time I always overlap, it'll knock that out of there. But I did notice a little bit of clippings fleshing out with that higher blade speed. But I think the cuts went much better. Let's take a look here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up because I actually want to put some music in my ears and enjoy the mow here. So I'll be back with you when I finish the cut and we'll kind of wrap it up. This side over here gets more sun, so the grass has grown more, so this will give you a nice look. So again, I'm on turbo mode right there, and I'm cutting at that 3 inches, so this is lower than this is used to be cutting. Let's take a look. Nice and thick over here. I'm gonna turn the camera over and run down through there. Once again, let's go in here and look. Nice tight cut there, that's beautiful. That cut quality speaks for itself. All right, y'all, let me give you some final thoughts. I guess the main thought that I want to pass on here is that I'm really glad I wasn't disappointed. I actually overhyped this machine in my mind when we saw it at the Expo this year. You know, they had all kind of cool stuff. They had a commercial zero turn. There's actually a commercial version of that. They had vacuum cleaner. They had pressure washer, a motorcycle. All that was really cool, but the thing that I cared most about was that mower, because I could just tell when I saw it that it was going to give me an enjoyable mow, and that is what I really love. And so I had dreams about this mower, so I'm glad that it didn't disappoint me, that it came through as an enjoyable mow, and yes, the cut quality is excellent. So now the real test though, the real test is gonna come when my lawn gets overgrown. As you guys know that have been around for a while, when we get to the summer and it rains every day here, I need to be mowing every 3 to 4 days, but because of weather and work schedule and things like that, sometimes I can mow only every 7 days and things get super overgrown. So that's really when we're gonna get the test out of this one. And maybe we'll do some comparisons to some other famously loved mowers here in the lawn care nut community. So I'm gonna go finish mowing the rest of my lawn. I'm gonna do the zoysia over there. I'm gonna actually do my neighbors. I'm gonna do back. I got a lot of fun stuff to do this Saturday afternoon. I hope wherever you are, you're able to enjoy the mow too, or if it's a little bit cold for you, very maybe soon. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave me your comments and questions below, and I'll see you in the lawn.